Let's reach farther destinations together.
Will there be new discoveries?
Tranquility.
This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need to concentrate to feel it. Rover, something terrible. Rover, something terrible must have happened. We have to be cautious. This is a tacit field. Let's take out those tacit discords first.
Leave it to me. Ha! Swift and resolute. One with the sound. Strike from the shadows. Appear before me. Rejuvenating snow. Ha!
Target confirmed. Unleash the fangs. Fight for me. Sever! Exterminate.
Swift and resolute. One with the sound.
Target confirmed. Fight for me. Target confirmed. Summer! War spares no one.
think I found something, Rover. Ritualistic wooden plaques. But why are they here? They seem to belong to a different time. I remember reading about something like this. People held large-scale ancient rituals periodically in their villages, driven by certain beliefs.
I see. Let's check somewhere else.
Watch out! Something's not right. Why wouldn't it attack us? Brother. Help. Help. Brother. Brother. Help. 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 It seems to only repeat these lines. These tacit discords attack other living beings because they need to feed on those frequencies to make themselves whole again. This one probably devoured the frequency, turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous mumbles. Are these words? I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. I just sensed some complex feelings from it. Rover, I think I know what's going on here. It seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. The village is crying, waiting for rescue. Something truly awful must have happened here. And that based on the evidence we've found and the condition of these ruins, that didn't happen all too long ago. Perhaps the tacit field has kept this village from being discovered. Or maybe there must be something we can do. We may find the victims nearby. I'll inform Chuzia about what happened here. Sorry, I know it doesn't sound very convincing. It's just a hunch of mine, and I don't have any evidence to thank you, Rover. Please stay vigilant. As for the little one here, let's leave it be. The area is a mess, but it doesn't look like a war zone. Someone was hurt and dragged away. Look, there are many footprints here. These are... Someone was injured. These cards. The Fraxidus is likely behind it all.
The Fraxidus?
Yes. I don't know much about the Fraxidus, but it's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords.
They're fusing humans? And
we've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou, left by lower-ranked members called artificers. Above the artificers are the overseers. No one knows their true intentions. Some members speak of world destruction, while others claim they seek eternal power. And there is one particularly insane overseer. He's crazy even by Fraxidus standards. A man who sees no order and revels in destruction. They belong to this one overseer I'm talking about. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers, Who knows what kind of cruel and twisted atrocity. Huh?
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent... If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar. Cruel and twisted maniac. We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree? The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment. Aw, so you really care about her. Don't worry, I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant person, will you? I have a lot to share with you. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories. Indeed. I'll tell you then. Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict. You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forces have been fighting for possession over you. From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many. That's why I'm here, because I see you as a dear friend, and I want to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face. But truth hurts sometimes. You could say I'm looking forward to your choice. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more and tell me what you see. As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface, and our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all. Why do you have to assume we are the culprits? Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here. I won't tell you everything just yet, that's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself? So go ahead. What do you see? Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn? I see you don't really trust those villagers. Ah, so they were right about you. You are indeed quite exceptional. I like it. Your keen observation, precise judgment, and accurate understanding of human nature. Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers. Next, what makes up our main plot? False devotion, fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses. Now, Rover, the story is yours to spin. I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more. Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food, and when evening fell, they sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves. Fables, stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by many, and each person brings their own spin, their own focus. Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations. Like us now, caught in a carefully crafted plotline, a scheme I had no hand in. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such a clever move on her part. One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in comfort and security. Nope, quite the opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only with a wave of his hand the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter. They no longer had to struggle for survival. As their once meager lot, the flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable? Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't... Oh, so we agree already. You are right. But the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd, it's up to the two of us to make that ideal world. The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. As each night passed, it was the Rover. Do you think someone would give you what you want with... I once believed that too. Thought as long as I paid a high enough, but true equality is scarce. Always has been. The world was never a fair place. When to receive equal retribution, one must give more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people win when they can make someone else bear the price. They all rush to make funny, isn't it? Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as youth. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes. Because after witnessing the black lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose? Those oblivious lambs. Little did they know. Well done. You didn't let any details slip. Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs? Oh, so you're siding with the white lambs, blaming it. But in another version of this story, the black lamb got to unleash it. Is that the kind of ending you were hoping to hear? Now, my second question. What price? Of course, as always. Here's my final question. What happened to the black lamb? Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock...
Really? Oh, you're such a good... Do you really believe a hero would show up and save the day? Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again. Until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. The black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you are the black lamb who rebelled against the rules, the innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless frenzy. They had it. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. Fun answer, but no, not even close. I was never the shepherd, never will be. You? Interesting, Rove. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is going to end up... Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take? Oh, you've found us already. Shake and shiver, blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Fleece of white, black, and red. Who's the sweetest one ahead? Watch out, my dear. Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Join them on this right path, and I've got a scorchingly delightful welcome for you up ahead. Don't rush. One slip, and you'll shatter to pieces.
Appear before me.
Summer! Such speed! Such brutality! Can't you see? We are kindred spirits after all. Shh, don't be so quick to deny it. Tell me, do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lamb? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason or the sole apostle? Think about it. The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the black lamb can reclaim the trust of its herd. And eventually, there will be none left to be victims or oppressors.
One more time. That time. One more time. One more time. Commence healing. Appear before me. Swift and resolute. One with the sound. The hour is upon us.
Target confirmed. War spares no one. Summer!
Such a pesky.
Rover? Rover! I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh! Should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Stay away from her!
Didn't you promise to leave me?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement. No worries. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you. Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end. But don't forget my sincere reminders. Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble? The choice is yours. I know how we'll meet again. In the not-too-distant future.
They're gone. Should we go after them? Scar's resonance abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space. He trapped me in confinement, and I could only sense that it wasn't far from here. It took me some time to break that barrier. Sorry, Rover. If only I could have reached you sooner.
Brother.
Huh? Why are you here, little one? I've never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions. The brother had mentioned. Yes, that is a possibility, since let's talk about it later. It seems all the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual. Making up stories based on real life to support his twisted, we cannot take his words for granted. Now, we must locate where the ritual took place and see for ourselves. What's the matter? Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see. I can feel it in the streams. Over there. Follow me.
In the south.
They are unharmed, please rest assured. As you anticipated, Scar did not try to kill them. Yes, I stayed out of it like you asked. Is everything all right on your end? Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.
Rover, do you still have the plaque we found earlier?